now at 11. Portland under an icy siege.
So be prepared and be safe out there.
Roads around the region treacherous without traction. Thousands still waiting for the return of power and heat.
But it's just horribly inconvenient because the house is cold and you can't cook and it sucks.
But for some customers, it could be as long as 10 days.
You heard it right there. Thousands still struggling tonight without electricity as ice continues to bear down on the region. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Brittany Folkers. And let's get right to it with Chief Meteorologist Matt Zaffino in the Weather Center for us. Matt, I think we're all collectively hoping that this is the last little blast of this storm.
And it is, but you're right. It's getting old for a lot of people. I think people are getting exhausted with storm exhaustion, if you will, there. Outside right now in Portland, it's good. There's not a lot of traffic out there. It's 31 degrees and it is freezing, raining still. And it's going to keep doing that overnight tonight. Look at the temperatures, though. It is pretty interesting. The airport's back down to 31. They had been at 32. 32 Happy Valley. 33 Beaverton, Sherwood, Forest Grove. So there is some warmer air south and west. That's what we expected. I even had one report of 34 degrees up at 800 feet in the West Hills. But downtown and basically north and east of the West Hills, it is still below freezing, and we are seeing significant icing. Now, for more good news, if you will, look, Salem's punched up to 47, McMinnville 38. So the warmer air is not that far away from us, and we will begin to melt out during the day tomorrow. Still have that east wind pouring out of the gorge, but elsewhere the winds are calm on the west side, which is one of the reasons why they're warming up. And if we go a little farther south, we're seeing a good south wind now, about 10 miles an hour in Salem. But again, it's an indication that that warmer southerly wind is kicking in. We still have a lot of moisture to get through tonight, so the freezing rain is going to continue. And for that reason, we have a an ice storm warning until 6 a.m. Now, by that time, things should really begin to be melting out in the Portland area, but not until another half to 3/4 of an inch of ice forms, especially east of I-205. The West Hills, maybe as much as half an inch, but those warmer temperatures are a sign that maybe it'll be a little bit less. And the rest of Portland, a 1/10 to 25/100 of an inch. Melting from the south to north begins tomorrow. Can't wait. Brittany?
Me neither. All right. Thanks so much, Matt. This winter weather is especially tough on the hundreds of thousands of people without power. No lights, no internet, TV, and probably most importantly, no heat. The outages stretch from the metro area deep into the Willamette Valley. Christelle Coomway is here for us with an update. Christelle.
Yes, Brittany. So earlier this evening, Portland General Electric announced that more than 200,000 of their customers were without power. For Pacific Power, that's more than 18,000 customers. Now, while some customers may be getting their power back earlier than expected, for others, it could take days.
Been without power off and on since Friday night. The power did return this morning, late last night, early this morning, but then it did go off again about 1 p.m.
The Smith family huddled in their Clackamas apartment Sunday, hoping the power would return. Instead came another challenge.
A little bit after 3 o'clock, we heard this huge crash. I hop up immediately, I come outside, and this is what I'm greeted with. I'm like, are you serious?
The carport in their parking lot collapsed under the weight of all the snow and ice falling on top of several cars.
If it's not taken care of, they could still collapse. And not only my vehicle, but my wife's vehicle and my neighbor's vehicle as well. And mind you, we're all veterans. If our vehicles are damaged, that's our lifeline. That's our livelihood.
Smith says they have no idea when the damage will be taken care of. Unfortunately, the same goes for getting power back, according to Stephen Corson with PGE.
I hate to say this, but for some customers, it could be as long as 10 days before we've got everybody back on. That's an extreme situation, but we need people to be prepared for the potential for some extended outages.
It sounded like a war zone out back.
Jennifer Weaver in Salem knows how life changes with no power.
And then we saw 3 transformers blow, and it just was boom, boom, boom.
She remembers transformers blowing and tree limbs falling on the roof when the power went out Friday night.
And we were just heading to bed, and it got pitch black. We had to locate flashlights and candles, and the house temperature started going down, and that was freezing.
Weaver got her power back earlier than expected Sunday morning, but thousands like the Smiths are still waiting in the cold and dark. Clackamas County is one of the hardest hit areas. This PGE outage map shows as of 9 p.m. Sunday, 268 outages impacting over 100,000 people, each with their own worries about loved ones.
I'm a father of 4. I have 4 kids I have to be responsible for. If my power doesn't come back on and now I can't get out either, there's no one doing Uber right now, there's no one doing Lyft, there's no one coming out right now to help us.
If you know anyone still waiting for power to be turned back on, you can head on over to the PGE website, and that's portlandgeneral.com. There you can put in your phone number and get an estimate of when you could possibly get that power turned back on. Brittany?
All right, Christelle, thank you. Does that sound familiar? A viewer sent us the sounds of crackling trees from their yard in Lake Oswego. Throughout Clackamas County, ice has been taking out trees and knocking out that power, as Christelle mentioned. Tim Gordon reports for us.
Jim and Peggy Craig have been married a long time. On this Valentine's Day, they are working together to clear the ice outside their River Road home.
My wife wanted the snow. She just loves snow. But the ice, no.
The Craigs want to go get gas and other supplies, but the conditions are bad.
A lot of ice. And we lost our power yesterday, about 24 hours ago. And, we haven't been able to get out, so we're going to try that.
Just across the street, a big tree took out utility lines. Ironically, it's not power lines in this mess, but the power's out anyway. Jim and Peggy's next door neighbors didn't want to go on camera, but they did share their concern with us about that tree. You see the one that's leaning? It didn't used to lean before this ice storm came in. Now it's leaning right towards their house. An arborist tells them it is going to come down, but he can't do anything about it until PGE comes in, because you see that power line is running right through it. Just a few miles away, we found a whole line of trees in trouble outside several duplex homes on Roth Road.
A lot of jumpiness. It's very cold. We don't have power.
Ricky LeBaron has reason to be jumpy as ice and branches continue to fall.
Yeah. Yep.
Ricky says a big tree came down Saturday morning and hit the front porch.
Piece split off and fell that way, and then another tree landed there, and there was like 3 or 4 along here.
There is a lot of work to do, and arborists are being inundated with calls. Dash Shank hopes he can get his crews out Monday if things thaw a little.
Just be patient with the tree crews. We are definitely trying, and we're going to work and do everything we can to get everyone back into their homes and get these problems solved with. And so we appreciate that understanding.
Back on River Road, this couple stepped out of their house without power.
We do have a gas fireplace downstairs, but there's no fan, but at least it's breaking the chill.
Yes. Hoping for a thaw like everyone else.
But it's just horribly inconvenient because the house is cold and you can't cook and it sucks.
As for Peggy Craig, she had higher hopes for this weekend's storms.
Not this, certainly. But you cope, do what you have to do. So we're bundled up.
Tim Gordon, KGW News.
Now to some developing news. The Coast Guard is investigating reports that a car went off the Glen Jackson Bridge on I-205 and into the Columbia River. The call came in around 5:45 tonight. This was the scene from our traffic cameras as crews responded. They've searched the water, but so far no one and no car has been found. We'll keep you updated on air and online as we learn more. Let's take a live look now at I-84 in the Gorge. You can see traffic, the camera's shaking out there. It's still kind of windy. The 45-mile stretch between Troutdale and Hood River reopened this morning. It had been closed since Friday night, and as you can see, conditions not great. Cars, trucks, slow moving, some even stalled. Highway 18 is also back open tonight. The highway was closed between Rose Lodge and Grand Ronde. ODOT crews had to clear more than 400 downed trees. Just a mess. And many of you have been wondering, when is my street going to get plowed? Meteorologist Joe Ranieri has more on the areas crews are working on and why it's been such a challenge.
Over the last couple of days, we've been getting a lot of calls into our newsroom from viewers wondering, when is my neighborhood or my street going to get plowed? Well, unless you live in Portland along a busy street or thoroughfare, you're going to have to wait a little bit. After 3 days of snow and ice over parts of Portland, streets in some neighborhoods have been too much for drivers to navigate through. Just take a look at this video of drivers spinning out along Holgate and 82nd. Crews with Peabot are using 57 plows, putting down sand and salt, and they have a handful of trucks de-icing.
Our crews have been working around the clock since Wednesday night. They continue to. We've got more than 100 people on day shift.
Peabot has this interactive site where you can follow where crews are working. Rivera says their focus right now is on the major streets in the Rose City.
Those are the streets that everyone knows about in Portland. Those are, Burnside, Capitol Highway, Multnomah Boulevard, 122nd Avenue.
While Peabot has been all over the city, ODOT has been responsible for the major highways and freeways. They've been just as busy.
We've got more than 200 people out working. We have access to around 100 trucks with our 10 maintenance yards just in the Portland metro area.
Even with that many crew out on the roads?
They're throwing it all at this. This is one of those that requires everything. The sand, the salt, and the mag chloride, which is the de-icer.
This storm has proven to be a challenge for both Peabot and ODOT trying to clear the roads.
Crews are having to go right back to the areas that they just drove over, just took care of, just plowed, because it's freezing back up. This amazing wind is blowing the snow right back over the roads.
With more freezing rain in the forecast, your best bet for now.
You really should not be driving in this.
Joe Ranieri, KGW News.
An update now on transit. Blue Line Max service has been restored. TriMet says green, orange, red, and yellow lines remain disrupted. Shuttle buses are providing limited service on sections of those lines. As for regular bus service, 17 of the 47 lines that operate on Sundays are running. The buses are all chained and cannot go faster than 25 miles per hour. And due to dangerous conditions, TriMet says bus and shuttle services will end at midnight. You can check for updates at trimet.org/alerts. Coming up, Valentine's Day, an arrow to the heart for local restaurants. Planning for the return of indoor diners, local eateries instead face storm damage and canceled reservations.
Oregon grocery store workers are nowhere near the top of the list to get the vaccine. Meanwhile, in Washington, workers there are not only getting their doses, but they're getting paid bonuses to do so. A look at why some of Oregon's essential workers feel left behind by the state. Monday at 6.
Oregon Hot Tub invites you to save now and soak later. As Oregon's largest, we can offer you the best choices in swim spas, saunas, and hot spring hot tubs. Create your own in-home fitness center or backyard retreat. Start today at Oregon Hot Tub.
Ready, set, go.
Go, boy, go! Go, boy, go! Go, boy, go!
Live big in the larger-than-life SUVs from GMC. The GMC Acadia, Terrain, and all-new Yukon. Step up to GMC and get $4,000 purchase cash on most 2021 Acadia models. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get an additional $1,000 purchase allowance. We are professional-grade GMC.
Thank you, Oregon, for staying 6 feet apart.
Whether you own a hot tub or a pool now or are looking to purchase, Oregon Hot Tub can help. From great prices on quality hot spring hot tubs, swim spas, and saunas to full-service maintenance and a full line of cleaning products, we've got you covered. Visit OregonHotTub.com.
Stay connected during breaking news with the KGW app. Don't have it yet? Download it today at the App Store or Google Play.
Well, take a look at this. The ice caused the collapse of this boat marina in southeast Portland today. Several sections of the roof at the Waverly Marina in Selwood came down, damaging several boats. Crews put booms in place in the river to contain that damage, and luckily here, no one was hurt. The snow and ice brings more bad news for restaurants. Metro Spots got the green light to offer indoor dining on Friday. That was welcome news ahead of Valentine's Day. The holiday is typically a busy night for them, but as you can imagine, the weather kept some customers away. Not only are restaurants dealing with smaller crowds, but also now damage from the storms. Just take a look. For several Portland restaurants, the outdoor dining tents that they put up to help survive in this pandemic collapsed under the weight of all the snow and ice.
It's crazy. It's one thing after another. Boom, boom, boom. But you know, one day at a time, things are going to work out.
Those restaurant owners keeping an especially close eye on that forecast, hoping to serve customers soon, both indoors and out. Let's take a live look from our Rose City Sky Cam tonight, overlooking a snowy downtown. Looks pretty desolate out there, too. That's good news because those roads are still in pretty rough condition. After the break, Matt Zafino shows us when the snowy conditions are expected to improve.
When can you get the vaccine? What's the plan for storing it? What about the side effects?
You may have a low-grade fever or a headache.
We answer your questions and address your concerns so you can feel confident, not confused. Exclusive Verify reports on KGW.
Time for the ultimate Sleep Number event on the Sleep Number 360 smart bed. You can both adjust your comfort with your Sleep Number setting.
Can it help me fall asleep faster?
Yes, by gently warming your feet.
But can it help keep me asleep?
Absolutely. It intelligently senses your movements and automatically adjusts to keep you both effortlessly comfortable.
Will it help me come out swinging?
You got this.
So you can really promise better sleep?
Not promise, prove. Don't miss our President's Day weekend special. Save 50% on the Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed, plus 0% interest for 36 months and free premium delivery when you add a base. Ends Monday.
Love lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Fred Meyer, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
I literally Googled best online life insurance. Ladder Life Insurance popped up.
Got an estimate and I was like, wait, what?
It's like a third of my household's cell phone bill. Congratulations, you have life insurance.
Get your peace of mind right there and then.
Here's how Ladder works. Answer a few quick questions and get your personalized quote. If you're eligible, we'll cover you with the tap of a button. It's that easy. Come see for yourself why customers love Ladder. $1 million policies available for just $27 a month. Check your price now at ladderlife.com.
Welcome back, everyone. Matt, I never thought I'd be wishing for rain so much, just instead of anything else.
Right? I know. Tonight it's all about the ice, Brittany.
Oh gosh. Nice.
I know.
Nice, Matt.
Thank you very much. But you're right. We are all waiting for the rain, and parts of Portland and much of the Willamette Valley already have it, and the melting has begun, but not here, not yet. 31 degrees, east winds out of the airport. They continue, but most of us have lost the east wind. Check out this picture from Boring. Not a boring picture at all. The folks at Leapold Farm sending this in, and look at that power line. It's got a joint in it. It's articulated. It's not supposed to look like that. Look at the heavy ice on the lines. And this brings up another point. As we begin to melt and thaw, and I know that's happening in parts of the valley right now, there's going to be a lot of ice falling off of trees, power lines, power poles. So look out for the falling ice out there as we begin to melt things out during the morning hours tomorrow. And you will probably hear that in the morning too, ice falling off of trees. Amazing. All right, still below freezing from the West Hills, north and east, but Beaverton's 33, still holding on to 32 in Hillsborough, and I had that one report of 34 up in the West Hills. So again, things are warming. There's Corvallis at 47 as the south wind has kicked in. We still have the ice storm warning for Multnomah County, parts of Washington, Clackamas, and Clark County until tomorrow morning. I really think by 6 a.m. things are going to be warming up substantially, and we'll begin to see the roads improve, especially the side roads that haven't been touched by a plow. Those are rough. Much of Oregon under a winter weather advisory or a winter storm warning. They're not dealing with the ice, but they will be dealing with a lot of snow in north central Oregon tomorrow. The rainfall, I'm showing you this because this equates to ice. In fact, that 32/100 of an inch at the airport is interesting because that's exactly how much ice I measured downtown, 3/10 of an inch of ice. 41/100 in Hillsborough, McMinnville now up to half an inch, but they are warming above freezing. This is earlier in the day. You can see the icicles forming on the lens from our sky cam on the building. Look at this picture. This is from Multnomah Falls yesterday of the drifting and the cornice. I can't believe I just said cornice in Multnomah Falls by the tunnel from the parking lot to the lodge there. Incredible shots of all the snow out there and the blowing and drifting, and now they're getting ice on top of that. There's the east wind at the airport, but look, Salem south at 14, and then it stops. McMinnville still light and variable and out of the north, so the warming still has to fight through, but it will win. Doppler radar estimating where the freezing rain is. That's the pink area, but look at how the West Hills are showing just rain. That's interesting. That coincides and correlates with that 34-degree reading that I had earlier, and then there's a bunch of rain coming in from the west, riding this system. Strong Pacific jet stream now aimed at the northwest, bringing that moisture in. But tomorrow, look, the winds are out of the south, and we will begin to climb out of this. Even during the overnight hours, things will continue to warm a little bit. The coldest part of Monday will be at 12:01 in the morning. So the big meltdown and a few other issues. Much of the valley is above freezing now. The melting will continue Monday and reach the Portland area. The Cascades continue with heavy snow and a really high avalanche danger. And the beaches, there's a high sneaker wave threat, as if we don't have enough to worry about, right? So be careful, as tomorrow's a holiday for many out on the beach. Timberline right now just getting hammered with snow, 13 inches new. That's just in the last 24 hours. And the snow will continue all week long. Snow levels go up a little bit on Thursday, but then they come back down. So the Cascades will continue to reap the benefits of a really active pattern. 31 right now in Portland, and I think you're going to like the 7-day forecast for one reason specifically, which I'll get to. But we continue with the freezing rain tonight and then just plain old rain tomorrow. Here's that reason. After tomorrow morning, we are above freezing right on through the week. We'll catch one dry day Wednesday, but I think we can handle the rain after the last few days. We're back right after this.
Let's go. Doesn't even matter where or when we're coming home. Let's just go. Everyone needs a little adventure in their life. So come on, let's go.
What a great place to work and play. Spirit Mountain Casino. We offer the area's most generous benefits package along with an opportunity for growth. Food and beverage areas are looking for you. Go to spiritmountain.com and join our team today.
We pledge allegiance to the people of the Pacific Northwest of America and to the things in which they love, like hiking, biking, big hat liking. So ride down that mountain, rent that Rambler, wave to that log, use huge scissors, learn to park that giant new car, and let the good times roll, baby. This is our promise to you. Worry less, live more with Pemco Insurance, defender of your Northwest.
When you've got a business, you don't want to worry about slow internet or confusing cybersecurity. So get Comcast Business Internet with fast, reliable speeds and add the advanced security of Comcast Business Security Edge. It combines the speed you need with threat protection. Plus, there's 24/7 support. It's internet and advanced security made simple. So bounce forward with Comcast Business. Get started with a powerful internet and voice solution for just $64.90 a month and ask how to add Comcast Business Security Edge. Call today.
Skechers Go Walk footwear are my favorites. And now I just discovered that Skechers makes Go Walk pants. They're made with soft GoFlex fabric and they even have convenient pockets. Skechers Go Walk pants. They're easy care, easy wear, and made to fit every body. Skechers Go Walk pants.
Welcome back. Oregon is making great strides in the fight against COVID-19. Today, the Oregon Health Authority reported 254 new cases and no new deaths. Now, we don't know how much the weather may have played into those case numbers, as fewer people were getting tested this weekend, but there is an overall trend. Case numbers in Oregon have been steadily going down over the last several weeks, which is exactly what we want to see. Starting tomorrow, if you live in Oregon and you're 75 or older, you'll be eligible for the COVID vaccine. But with the weather, appointments could be more limited the next few days. The Oregon Convention Center site does plan to open tomorrow, but will delay opening until 9. Earlier appointments will be rescheduled to later in the day. Galen Etlin gives us a look at the big picture of the local vaccine rollout this week.
Mass vaccination clinics like at the Oregon Convention Center are being rescheduled for the weather. Nearly 9,000 appointments from this weekend rolling over into later this week. Spokesperson Brian Terrett said it's all based on supply.
Once we have the vaccine in our hand, then we know how many appointments we can make.
So rescheduled appointments are not bumping anyone else's, just prolonging the process a bit. Doses are also not being taken out of cold storage until appointments can actually happen.
And I can assure people no vaccine is being wasted.
A similar rescheduling effort is happening for the Fairgrounds vaccination site in Salem. OHSU's clinics like the one at the Portland airport and the site at Clark County Fairgrounds. Meanwhile, pharmacies in Oregon and Washington are set to vaccinate. 115 Albertsons and Safeway locations got about 100 doses each. We checked online Sunday morning, and the websites still say there are no appointments available within 50 miles of our Portland zip code. Costco's site also did not have appointments for its 13 locations. Fred Meyer is a little harder to check since it does not list which specific locations have the COVID vaccine option off the top. Some smaller independent pharmacies under the Health Mart franchise also received vaccine doses last week. Health Mart hopes to launch its online scheduler this week once it can take on the demand.
It's going to crash, right? So essentially we want to make sure that everything is in place. We just want to make it as smooth as possible.
And demand's only going up, with Oregon seniors 75 and older becoming eligible starting Monday. Those qualified should be able to search for appointments on covidvaccine.oregon.gov. We have an explainer and video tutorial on KGW.com. Galen Etlin, KGW News.
The Oregon Zoo preparing for the return of polar bears. Coming up, we'll take you inside the new exhibit set to open soon.
Winter. Our new 2021 Toyota lineup is hotter than ever. Toyota, let's go places.
We can move forward, try to be patient with each other, patient with ourselves.
It starts with self-respect. To be able to respect someone else, you got to be able to look in the mirror and like what you see and be able to see the beauty in somebody else.
Oregon Hot Tub invites you to save now and soak later. As Oregon's largest, we can offer you the best choices in swim spas, saunas, and hot spring hot tubs. Create your own in-home fitness center or backyard retreat. Start today at Oregon Hot Tub.
Dear Winter, I'm coming. My squad of 15 vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of my game, so you better bundle up. Toyota.
Get $750 customer cash on an all-new 2021 Venza Hybrid all-wheel drive, or you can lease a new 2021 Venza for $279 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Ask anyone who has been in an accident. What comes next can be just as bad as the accident itself. Getting yourself home, calling up your insurance company, negotiating a shop to take it to, making sure the shop uses factory parts, having a friend drive an appointment with the shop, having to make another finally dropping off your waiting to hear back from your insurance, taking your car back with your car they didn't fix, or you can just take it to Leif's. Call me. We'll pick you up, negotiate with the insurance company on your behalf, keep you informed, and drop it off when we're done, anywhere in the Northwest.
Whether you own a hot tub or a pool now or are looking to purchase, Oregon Hot Tub can help. From great prices on quality hot spring hot tubs, swim spas, and saunas to full-service maintenance and a full line of cleaning products, we've got you covered. Visit OregonHotTub.com.
Stay connected during breaking news with the KGW app. Don't have it yet? Download it today at the App Store or Google Play.
Like so many places, the Oregon Zoo had to close for the weekend. It was supposed to be a time for visitors to get their first look at the new polar bear exhibit before Nora arrives in the spring. No worries, though. We got you covered. John Goodwin went behind the scenes before the freeze set in.
Barely behind the gates of the Oregon Zoo, anticipation builds for a long-awaited project.
We have really missed having polar bears here at the zoo, and of course this exhibit was designed with the polar bears we've had in the past in mind, and we just can't wait to see if they do with it what we are hoping they will.
Amy Cutting is a curator at the zoo. She's talking about and standing in one of the new habitats of the Polar Passage exhibit.
But there's actually two, and they're interconnected, so most of the time the bears will be able to travel back and forth between the two exhibits, but we will have the flexibility of being able to separate them if we need to.
The funds for the exhibit came from a voter-approved bond measure, along with money from these donors and supporters who got an up-close look at the exhibit last week. This weekend's public walkthroughs were canceled because of the weather.
Hi, folks. Hi. Welcome. There's elevated areas in both exhibits. So in the old days, we used to make these bear pits and we'd all be looking down at them. Now we want them to be king of the world, right? Those bears are going to be able to be up high. They're going to see other animals around the zoo.
Saltwater pools, shelters, ice machines are all taking shape. With completion coming later this spring, a familiar face is moving back in.
When Nora left here, we did not know if she would be coming back or if it would be a different bear. So we feel really privileged that she is coming back. She's a great animal, of course, and people have a real connection with her. And, of course, we designed this exhibit partly with her in mind.
Nora will have time to get settled before another female arrives this fall. The habitat can house up to 5 bears, and Amy can't wait to see Nora and other future bears, even guests, enjoy this new space.
It's one thing to sit down and spend $19 million on an exhibit and a year and a half in the planning and a year in the construction, crossing your fingers that you got it right, to really watch her play in the ice pool, to really watch her sprawl on top of the climbing structure. It's going to be pretty epic, honestly. It's exciting.
At the Oregon Zoo, John Goodwin, KGW News.
The Hyundai Elantra was named the 2021 North American Car of the Year. Winning the industry's most prestigious award is a pretty big deal, so we're going big with the celebration too. At the Hyundai Big Deal event, you'll get huge deals on our entire lineup of cars and SUVs, including the award-winning Elantra. So hurry in today, because this celebration is just too big to miss.
Get 0% APR for 60 months on the Tucson, or get up to $3,500 in total savings. See your Pacific Northwest Hyundai dealer.
The garage door is America's new front door.
It's kind of one of those things that I personally take pride in, with making sure that the people make the right decision.
Precision is an excellent company. We had an idea of what we wanted, but we weren't sure exactly how to put it together. And when we drive up and we look at those doors, that's like everything. We highly recommend Precision.
Whether it's a broken spring or a new door, we've got the metro area covered.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
If your heat stops working, it's only a matter of time before the cold of winter makes your home unbearable. That's why the team at Wolfers is waiving our $99 diagnostic fee. During the call, our experienced service technicians will come to your home, check your system to ensure it's functioning properly, and provide you with options. So schedule an appointment today, and we'll waive the $99 diagnostic fee if you go with our recommended repairs in your heating, air conditioning, or plumbing systems. With more than 100 years of expertise and a team of fully trained service technicians, you can trust your home to Wolfers Home Services.
Your family has a wide range of personalities. And so does ours. With Volkswagen's wide range of SUVs, you can all ride together. Or not. Hurry into your Volkswagen dealer for President's Day deals and get 0% APR financing for 60 months on the new 2021 Tiguan S4 Motion, or lease one for just $269 per month.
Matt's back with a final check on that forecast. Matt, the snow was nice, but now it's all ice.
Well played. Yeah, you're right. I couldn't agree more. And the ice is nasty, and it's continuing to fall and becoming ice as the rain falls into the sub-freezing temperatures on the east side of town. So it's going to be icy for the rest of the night tonight, mainly north and east of the West Hills. 33 in Beaverton, 33 Sherwood, Tigard, Tualatin beginning to warm to about 33, 34. So with temperatures like that, it'll be a slow process, but the process is beginning, and it's much warmer down the valley, and that is what's coming our way. So again, things are looking up as we go into Monday, Brittany.
All right, thanks so much, Matt. And thank you all for joining us here at 11. Sports Sunday with Orlando Sanchez is coming up next. We're going to leave you with some of your photos showing how you're enjoying the snow. Make it a great night and stay safe, everyone.